bit that you just said?
Nope. Nope.
Nope, not gonna happen. Nope.
Let's
get into it. 1, 2, 3. Let's get some more. Have it in. Get some more. Just get some more.
Why, hello, and welcome to My Whiskey Den, your favorite public access whiskey review show where craft whiskey is king. And before we go one single step further, I'm going to turn it over to Mike, the best voice in the business for this. And not only that, he's been doing all the handiwork behind the scenes lately. I got to give that up.
Handiwork.
There's some handwork going on. Trust me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification to find out when new episodes are coming out, and always hit that like button when you're watching the show. Hit the like button afterwards if you're watching the show. Also, comment with the people that are in the chat if you're watching live. Comment down below if you're going to watch this thing after the fact. And I hope I didn't forget something.
Oh, I think that was beautiful. And I want to say hi to who was it I saw? Eli made it for a live tonight, and everyone else, right. John, Oscar, Steve. Ooh, I think the Wrench is out there, or Mistress Wrench is out there.
She's there.
I bet you probably forgot, Mike. Viewing of our show probably causes cancer in the state of California, but
well, you're paying for the sun anyways. So.
Right.
Everything does in California. So
right. And with that, hello, Oscar. I know you're watching out there.
Oscar was here early.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Shannon, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. All right. Now,
Dr. Shenanigans.
Dr. Shenanigans. All right. So the plan tonight is
Doctor.
Is viewer's choice.
Doctor.
I'm not ready for that episode.
All ball bearings these days, Patty B.
That's true.
Okay, Mr. Fitzhume.
All right, Mr. Van Nostrand. Let's move forward. We are talking about random picks in our whole little sections behind you. It's viewer's choice night. So Mike has a little camera set up. I'm going to bring my phone down to a little area, probably like 15 or 20 pan across it that I know I haven't done. I'm not going to give people the full shelves. That's just not.
The full Monty.
The full Monty. Patrick. Yeah, you got to. That's after. That's the
full Patrick.
Hours.
The full Bologna.
After hours. the full Gimp.
Please play through, John. Play through, John. All right.
I'm just going to have to go off you because I have so much stuff here just randomly all over this apartment. Pretty much throw out a recommendation and I'll see if I have it and I'll go pull it. So
like, oh, Ben's so confident now that he's like between the two of you that there's like, oh, I got it. It's
right. there's a lot of stuff here. So
all right.
Yeah.
Give me a second here. Do you want to go hunting, Mike, or I'll switch over?
Sure, I'll flip on the monkey cam. I got to take myself off here. So give me a second, and then someone in the chat's going to have to comment. Or actually, if you guys watch, you guys tell me what to stop on, because that way I can pay attention.
I'll let him add himself back in here.
Monkey cam.
Oh, there he is.
Here we go.
Oh.
All right, first bottle.
Monkey cam.
Oscar's calling out the Stranahan, so I'm going to go pull that one real quick.
All right. Slow down, Mike, and bring it down a little bit.
You're right back
on your camera. Okay, I'm listening, man.
Okay.
Spirits of French lick in there. Mike, you got to come bring the camera down a bit more. Oh, a 3 chord. I haven't gotten that sample yet, you son of a bitch. All right. Ooh, anything American single malt. And we did Maltzilla. What the hell's that blue? Slow down. It's first time Mike's like on crack. Alright. I don't know. I kind of want to see the first one. John said he poured the 3-quart whiskey, Dick. So I might lean towards that. Kevin wants to know if you have any Blantons with the L Horsey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have my one bottle of Blanton's, but that one's not getting shared or open tonight. That's my special. All right, I'll do 3-quart.
Okay.
Or 3-chord.
Oh, and Mitch was saying a driftless Glen. Actually, we did about 5 of those in a row a while ago, and so we kind of shied away. But they are a great Wisconsin distillery, and they are coming out with one I'm tempted to get because it is finished in sherry casks that were orange infused.
Okay.
Which just kind of sounds crazy, but I like it. Yeah, tater juice. All right, here.
And Christy, no, I do not sleep with the Good Times people. I got like 6 of them.
Yeah.
That I've been splitting with people, and just because they're ones that are fun.
That could lead us on to a whole nother discussion later on in the show. If people haven't been keeping up on some other whiskey channels, Christmas related.
Oh, well, there's that one too. Yeah.
Hey, Neil, how's it going? Good to see you. All right. Ben got back. All right. Since they're back, I'm going
This 3-quart is also the famous Nolan fucking Ryan pick.
You son of a bitch.
There you go. So this is one I've got to split up and send you guys at some point. It's a Stranahan single malt cast strength, and it's a single barrel version. So it's coming to 111.7.
Eli, yeah, they spit in their whiskey. Yeah, there's lots of stories about seeing the comments. Clearly, the comments about Good Times clearly by someone who's not a fan for whatever reason.
Which
warranted
I
or
had,
not.
Actually, we were at a friend's bar the other day, and I had a pour of Good Times, just almost because in spite of that individual. But it was a cigar blend. So it was Armagnac, cognac, and I think sherry cask finish. And it was pretty freaking glorious, honestly. I don't care what they spit in their whiskey. It was pretty damn good.
Do you remember what sticker was on it?
Yeah, there was a cigar aficionado of like a Victoria's Secret type model with a cigar kind of thing. It's
all right.
Oh, look.
I said I got a couple here. So we got a Wood Hat Tawny Berry, Stills 360, and Joseph Magnus, a Hammerhead 23-year-old, a Stumpy's Bottled and Bond Weeded, a little Armagnac got yesterday, Kevin Rose. Happy birthday, Kevin. Great Wagon Roll Quins, Pete's Beast, Tom's Foolery, a Rolling Fork, or a Flaming Heart. Are all ones I know I haven't done.
We got a Stumpy's call out.
okay.
Do you guys both have that?
John, if you want me to hit some 3-quart, I've got about 3 or 4 bottles of different 3-quart varieties that are here as well. Steve Card, I don't have the Rigers with me. That is still in South Carolina. I need to bring that one up.
We got more than that. We got like 5. We got more, really, 5 or 6.
So, yeah, there's plenty of 3-quart available.
All right. Do you guys have Ben, do you have the wheat yet?
Which wheat? The Stumpies? No, I don't have any of the Stumpies here.
Okay. Well,
You've got a bottle that's, if you still want it, Pat, that it needs to be mailed to you.
I do. Well, we can still split it up. I'll grab that. We can do a group one later on. Plus, that's going to be an exciting show. But are there any other ones that people saw that you want me to grab? Because I got to come back. And I can't see the damn chat. Oh, there we go. No, I can't.
Damned old chat.
Damn the chat.
Dang old chat.
All right. Well, I'm going to grab the Pete's Beast. I got the Stumpies. I will be back when I get upstairs.
All right.
Okay. He'll be back.
Speaking of glorious, the nose on the Stranahans right now is phenomenal. That is.
What? All right. What are you getting on it? I'm making my notes on the 3-chord.
It's intense peach. I mean, like cooked peaches. And there's a lot of baking spice going on. Cinnamon, cardamom, honey. Almost like honeycomb. All right. So I do have some Stumpy's Old Monroe single barrel bourbon here. And the Good Times Toasted. So my whiskey mule is running about the apartment fetching things.
Hey, it's good to have those in the house as well.
Fetch. So this, all right. So the three chord that I've got, it's a single barrel pick. This 3-chord's a single barrel pick, so it's a little different than the other 3-chord that I've had before, and I do like this one quite a bit more. But the nose on it, it's just 3 big notes right off the bat. I get vanilla, custard, tobacco, and sweet tea, and I love it. I'm getting it in that order.
So what is our Fat Boy tasting note for that one?
That's going to be on the new shirt. Fat Boy tasting notes.
Yeah.
Hashtag trademark patent pending.
Well, I mean, I've already got it, so.
This is like peach pie with hints of mango.
Ooh.
Like peach cobbler, hints of mango. Damn, that's just good. There's a little bit of pipe tobacco coming through in that. There's almost a vanilla custard kind of note coming on the back end of it. Man, I can't wait to get that one in y'all's hands. That's killer, Oscar. That's absolutely killer.
Sorry, I'm muted. So
yeah, this is a Rua Slayer. I hate to say it. But this is a, when it comes to American single malt.
Don't you blaspheme in here.
I mean, now, granted, this is coming in at cast strength, but this is just the standard Rua. Yeah, this takes like what a lot of what is so good about Rua and just amplifies it.
Well, and Oscar's saying
in
it,
a fantastic way.
It's the fruitiest Stranahans he's ever had.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm excited.
It is a great pick. Like I said, peach cobbler, mango, vanilla custard. Yeah.
All right, here. You want to go some? You want to give your tastings, or do you want to? As KFX get nose in here.
I'll get my tasting on it. I'm getting cream, vanilla frosting, the tobacco and tea again, and then a molasses cookie on the finish. So this, honestly, I know 3-chord has nothing to do with the South, But this
Right.
just, I'm on the front porch at Belle Isle and Fletch Lives right now.
Please do, Betty Lee. Please do.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Can we have the folks sing for you, Colonel?
Oh Lord. But no, this is it's very nice. I mean, it does like all these notes. It's like if there was just a fried chicken note, I mean, that would be this would be awesome.
Or a fried catfish sandwich.
Oh,
All right.
can you imagine a whiskey that give you a mouthfeel like greasy fried fish?
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh Lord.
That would not be good. That would not go over well with
That
me.
would not be good.
Here's some of those. Isn't Ed having like his blend-a-getting thing where you can screw them
It
a
is.
couple
Right.
drops of fish oil in there just
There
to.
you go. Just fry up some catfish in a pan and then just drain what's left into the
But only a little bit.
Yeah,
Only a
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
All right, let's see here. I'm going in on the Stumpy's Bottled and Bond 100% wheat whiskey. I've heard good things about it, and
Right.
But you have sinned, Kevin.
I'll be honest. This is really nice on the nose. Do you know what type of wheat they used by chance?
Red winter wheat, grown right
Really?
there on Stumpy's farm. Yep.
Really, red winter.
Yep.
Because just digging in blindly, just letting aroma take over. It smells, and it could be any wheat when you go there, but like Golden Promise, just out in the field of this,
Mhm.
right near the tail end of the wheat. So it's not like this green smell. It's this really nice. I know it's wheat, but I almost wanted to be like a light oat cereal. There's a little extra layer of graininess to the smell that brings it like a deeper level than just the wheat, like a little bit of earthy grit. And like a caramely outside note. There's a lot going on here. A little chocolate.
Mhm.
That's a whole lot of different stuff, and that's just a quick one on the nose because I know we're going to get back to this another time. So
Yes, we will.
Please do. I tell you what, I could camp out on the Stranahan's the rest of the night and be happy. It's just that darn good.
ooh. Okay. Wow, there's so much about that that's good. Hold on, I'm going to be back. Viscous, really nice, kind of almost a caramel cream feel, kind of covering your tongue. But then what the most exciting thing is like when it feels like it's just this kind of a little bit of a sweet bomb on the front end, but all of a sudden like this peppery note comes out and like flourishes around. Black at first, more white afterwards. Just a nice little heat, like almost like a gingerbread going on. Holy shit.
Three different iterations. They're all weathered or winter wheat.
And now that I'm going back, I am getting that. Once you're almost tasting from the nose. Like besides that, you're getting a lot of on the nose on the taste. Ooh. I had ideas for this, and I think this might happen. I think we should have the wheat whiskey wars.
All right.
I think I'm in. Hey, and I was talking.
Bring it on.
Talking to Will from Lone Elm. They should
Yep.
be in the wheat whiskey wars.
The wheat whiskey whores
The wheat
Wheat whiskey whores? What?
from
course.
Wisconsin.
Not all of them, just a couple. But
Yeah, no.
I tell you what, that low,
I've had that for a week. And there's been
Oh my God.
A massive amount of sharing going on that Stumpies. It's really good.
I was going to say Lone Elm would make me a wheat whiskey whore for sure.
Well,
Yeah,
they're in
damn
it.
right.
I'm talking to them. There could be exciting things going on with that as well too. We'll see. There's other stuff in the works, but it's not an overpowering finish. Little drying, nice notes, but it's just enough so that it's like leaning. It's like leaning on your tongue a bit. It's not like falling over. It's just really lightly there. You almost don't realize it, so you want to go back because it is a little drying, which is dangerous and fun.
Right.
But I gotta give a big thumbs up to this. I'm happy I have a bottle coming. It'll get used appropriately. Wow. All right. Oh, John had the Whiskey Crusaders Lone Elm pick.
Ooh.
Yep, we talked to Will after that, and that was a really good one too.
I do have a
We
Lone
tasted
Elm.
that.
I have a Lone Elm honey barrel finish sitting over here.
Ooh.
If anybody wants me to dive into that, I was handed. I have 3 special edition limestone branch. There's a red wheat bourbon, 60% white corn, 28% wheat, 12% malted barley. I have another malted red wheat bourbon, 6% white corn, 28% malted wheat, 12% malted barley, and then another one that's 60% white corn, 28% wheat, 12% malted barley, different distillery selection. So if you want me to dive into one of those, let me know.
I think what I liked about that is that it was sublime. It was really well married together for 4 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we got a vote for the Lone Elm Sherry finish. Do you know if you have that one by chance? Oh, you only have the honey barrel. Sorry.
I don't have the sherry finish. I have the I have the honey
All right.
barrel.
Now, I know Spence mentioned something about doing the Flaming Heart, but that's going to destroy my palate pretty much after that. So is this. This is the Pete's Beast Strength Single Malt Pedro Menez Sherry finish.
That's right. I was having High West Campfire before we started the show, so good coffee kind of cleansed the palate after that one. But oh my gosh,
Right.
Shenanigans is up to her. Dr. Shenanigans is up to her shenanigans again, talking about this Lone Elm Sherry finish.
Well, there's nothing wrong
You
with
have
that.
to let us know when you're in Kentucky again, Shannon.
That's the type of hype we like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'll go snag that one real quick because that's an interesting pour. So
I gotta say.
I'm-
Oh, go ahead, bud.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
No,
After
you go.
After you, sir.
Whatever you want for dinner is fine.
After you.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
And then.
No, I need to pick something, but I'm not going to do the monkey cam because I thought it was too laggy and stupid. So
I'm gonna pick over. Do you have any Driftless Glen over there?
I do.
All right. But
Well, should we let someone in the chat pick it?
I was just going by what Mitch called for before.
Oh, did he
Just
call
feel-
it?
Well, I felt he kind of did at one point earlier.
I'll let's see. How do we do the? Looky,
Oh, there we go.
that's pretty.
23:48.
Let me go. See if you can. Spencer's on the American malt.
American. All right. All right.
That's
I
fine.
like that.
Um,
I'm gonna pause
I'll-
me here,
I'll-
and I'm gonna go get an American malt too, just to follow
All right.
suit.
I will get.
I'm
I'll
pointing.
grab
I
a
want
couple
that
of
one. I want that one right there.
Which one?
That one right there.
That one.
That one.
All right. Let me see. Where's the one I was thinking of? I'll give a couple of choices. All right. There's one choice. Oh, what's another good one? That's another choice. And And this is where we should have, since there's no silence, because I did load some of these things up there so we can.
So I'm trying to take in the nose on this lone elm. It's really interesting. It's interesting because some of the, I mean, usually you get this big cinnamon hit, and there's a real Brady note that comes in on the lone elm. You get some of that gorgeous Texas oak, that oaky funk that comes through, and it's all kind of tamped down a little bit. And over top, there's this, it's earthy, it's almost slightly medicinal, but you've just got this lovely coat of sweet honey that just kind of hangs like over the top, and all the other notes are kind of trying to push their way through that.
That sounds good. Okay, Spencer, these are the first two that I grab. Otherwise, I got to do some digging. So, the Fabled Maltzilla or the Deer Hammer Single Malt Gas Strength. Take your pick. And I'm making a blending glass too. By the way, all the stuff we have tonight.
Someone else votes for the DH. I have a special nickname for that.
Speaking of Balcones, which we don't have all the information yet, but
it's because someone's on break till tomorrow. So we'll find out who
coming
will
up.
be with us. I believe it's next Monday.
Yes,
We'll be talking
Deer
about
Hammer. All right, good.
All right. And I got a different one for you. I have my own ASW duality. Of course, the camera's not going to work. Or the Hammerhead 23-year-old.
Ooh.
Oh,
I know which one I'm voting for if I can, but I got to leave it up to the crowd.
right.
So which one of those two, duality from ASW or Hammerhead, which is a Chechen?
Czechoslovakian.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll leave that out there for my next one. Someone's got to vote because I need to drink. I'm getting thirsty.
This lone elm is so interesting on the palate. It almost, it's weird. It almost comes across as something that's been smoked or is slightly peaty.
On the honey?
You have this honey sweetness right on the front end, and then the way the cinnamon and the oak character interact with that sweetness, it washes over the back of your palate just like you've had something mesquite smoked, like a rimfire or Colkegan, kind of in that territory. I mean, I think you would honestly think this had been mesquite smoked, but it's not. It's just the way that the big cinnamon notes and the big oak note that's typical in lone elm is interacting with the sweetness of the honey, and it's wow, it's really cool. And you get a little bit of a menthol note coming on the back end of it too. Kind of interesting. But it's all everything is really, I mean, the flavors I feel like are really integrated well. It doesn't feel like there's like a fight going on between, or competition between all these notes. It's just, it's all there. It's really melded together really well. A little bit of have you ever had a little chocolate with honey?
Yeah.
Like chocolate and honeycomb kind of thing? That's a little bit of what's going on right here too. There's some chocolate coming in on the finish on this, and it's kind of going with that honey sweetness. And damn, that's lovely.
Sweet. You want to roll next? Otherwise, I saw a vote for 23-year-old, so I had to jump on it. Okay.
Go, because I'm having a little moment here.
Good night, Miss Renita.
Wow. Yeah. This smells like a almost like a peach, like more like a pear cobbler, not even peach, but it's a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a peach cobbler is what I'm getting off this. Other bright, like a citrusy note as well too. A little bit of orange,
Right.
a little bit of lemon. the brighter side of a malt. Pretty bright for a 23-year-old. I mean, climate's kind of similar to Wisconsin's and Czechoslovakia, so I don't think that's you're not going to get a huge swing dramatically, and it's going to be cold a lot of the time. But and speaking of that, it's fairly light color-wise for a 23-year-old.
When you're done, I'm gonna ask you a what if on that.
White barrel, honeycomb. Not even the barrel. It's more of a honeycomb where you're getting that waxiness to it. Very nice on the nose.
All right, Mitch, I see your comment down here. Elaborate. How are they filtering this? What is their process? Or do they get in depth with you on that? Because that interests me. Obviously, being on the distilling side of things nowadays. Recommendations from the lovely crowd out there. What should my next pour be?
You want to go by region, or do you want to go and narrow it down from there?
I mean, I've got tons of Kentucky bourbon and rye. I've got all kinds of craft. I've got Scotch. I don't really have my Irish collection up here with me. I've got a little bit of Japanese. So I'm just open. Run the gamut.
Cool.
Throw it out there. If I got it, I'll pour it.
Flavor-wise, on this one, it's everything I said wrapped in a spearmint leaf. Like there is like a little spearmint bomb around the outside of it that's still sticking with me, but all the other flavors are like wrapped on the inside. Ooh. And a little bit more spice, a little bit of heat. Wow. This is a very, very good one. Yeah, you should tell her to stay what you said online.
So, all right, let me ask you, the Hammerhead. If I told you before you had that, if I said, here, have this Scotch, now what would your impression of it be different?
No, but
if you're comparing that to a Scotch.
If you would have told me it was a 23-year-old Scotch, I would not have believed you.
Right. It's Czechoslovakian oak. It's distilled in Czechoslovakia prior to Berlin Wall. But if you said, like, I did it once, I'd give it to someone and I give it to him with some scotches. And the first thing he said is, that's a rough Scotch. But it's not a Scotch, and it's kind of good. I enjoy it.
I thought it's really nice on the sides. It's more refreshing than what you would expect at a 23-year-old. It is, yes, significantly more refreshing than what you would expect off it. That and the little spearmint punch that I didn't get on the nose, I think, were the most interesting twists on it. But well layered, smooth. So I don't know what everyone would be bitching about, seriously, because this is pretty well integrated compared to some scotches that I have. Like, sometimes I find those to be 4 or 5 notes that are just hammered together rather than, integrated well. Maybe I'm showing my American side, but
all right. So Eli threw out Icarus. Oscar threw out the funky 12-year Highland Malt. I have both, so I'll go grab both of those.
And I see an anything compass box, and there was a request for Flaming Heart, so I'm going to go grab that one, and I will be back in 2
All right, and I'll talk about this Deer Hammer then while you're gone. So this,
damn right,
Deer Hammer. All right, so this is, oh wow, it made me huge. Deer Hammer single malt, single barrel pick for the Bluegrass Lounge at 59% ABV. This is Mr. Lenny Eckstein sent that to us for the show. One thing I was getting off a lot of Deer Hammer stuff was a cocoa powder, and there's this that was like right off the bat with this. It was major cocoa powder, and then a butter cookie, and then a pastry just off the nose. And then the palate on that was the cocoa again, but then honey brown sugar oatmeal. And there was a little bit of fruit, and I couldn't quite figure out what the fruit note was, but there was a fruit sweetness that kicked in. And then at the end, really weird, juicy fruit. which was just was,
Really?
but not out of place. It was once like, what is this thing? And I don't chew gum, but it just, I have that memory of that flavor of juicy fruit before it goes flat after 6 chewings. But now that deer hammer was that was really good. I hadn't hit that for a while, so I need some suggestions for something else too. I see Red's finally here.
Mm-hmm.
Not finally here. Red's here.
So this is the 2020 edition of Icarus, coming in at 107.2, 48 months aged, port, and the Isla cask, which I'm pretty sure I think they were using a Lefroy quarter casks on these. So, oh man, that nose, it is. You get that classic kind of hubris, that corn whiskey note that comes off from Iron Root, if you're familiar with that. It's sweet, but it's earthy. And then you start getting the notes of berries and chocolate, and then that Isla, that peat starts wafting up from there. But it's subtle. It's not dominant. It doesn't really stand out. Oh, you made me big. Man, it's oily. It really just the flavors hit right across all of your palate. I mean, it's not concentrated. It just coats the whole thing, just a broad brush. There's little hits of raspberry, a little cranberry. There's chocolate. There's a slight hint of ash, a little bit of woodiness to it. Almost a blueberry note going on here. That's interesting. You get a little bit of street corn. Oh man, this is why it's one of my all-time favorite whiskeys. It is just, there's so much complexity. There's a lot and it's so beautifully well blended and integrated. Man, that's just freaking delicious.
It is. Sorry, that's when I fell in love with.
Yeah.
That's a clincher. Like if you were iffy on everything else with Iron Root, that's like the
Right. Now this one to me, it has been from the very first time I tried Icarus. It's like, this is the definition of the blender's art right here, because you're taking two things. You're taking a corn whiskey, you're putting it into a port cask, you're putting it and part of it into an Isla cask, and then you're blending that to get the right congruency of everything working together. It's a challenge. The Licorice Brothers said this is their most difficult challenge in what they do, in getting that right. It's tough, but man, this is the blender's art right here in Icarus. It's absolute perfection.
Mm-hmm. We've got some rye for Mike. I think that's what he's searching for.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to get some rye options here. Oops.
Ooh.
As I'm breaking stuff.
All right. I'm going to go with Flaming Heart is where I'm heading with. A little compass box.
good.
2 to the left of Sinclair. Which left, Mitch?
Your
Actual left or
show left. Stage left.
that's real left if I'm facing it.
We'll let him
I'm
say.
getting
All
some
right,
I'm coming up with some other
Ooh.
ryes.
Whew.
Here's 2 other ryes.
This isn't as horribly far down away from this as I thought, but a little bit of Band-Aid, flat tire, not burning tire or anything, just a little bit of the tire smell.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of like an antiseptic note. Then I'm getting honey,
All right.
lemon, more of like a black earth. A little bit after a rain is where I'm at with kind of the earthy dampness in this one, just on the nose.
Mitch, tell me the color of the label because now I'm really confused.
If you're, means to your right. Ooh.
If I'm facing the camera, it's to my right.
But he says it's
Or-
your left if you were facing the camera. So it's
So
your
my-
actual left.
Towards the yellow sticker or away. Meanwhile, I'll flash some ryes and you guys tell me what rye. There's a single barrel Wilderness Trail, Limestone Branch single barrel, in honor of Mr. Bishop's upcoming birthday / nuptials / advent, Solomon Scott rye.
Nuptials.
And I've got 2 different ones from Ragtime Rye. There's some other ryes around, but those are picks. So,
All right. He's saying toward the yellow sticker, Tony Danza.
hold me
This-
closer.
Hold me
Tony Danza.
closer. That's he. He took the words right out of my
2
mouth.
to the left of Lee Sinclair, and 2 back. Okay, you're in Hartfield territory. We'll do Hartfield territory after that. What rye are we doing? Wilderness Trail single barrel, Limestone, Ragtime, Solomon Scott.
Back to the flavor on this one.
Solomon.
Man, so light, but like intense and wrapping, and it just is like this light smokiness. It is like it's like a tire fire went out a long time ago and there was a rain. Oh man, you'd think all the notes I'm saying sound horrific, but they are fantastic. This is so lovely. Now I remember why I had this set aside. I don't touch this bottle very often. Because on all of that, I'm getting like a nectarine, a little honeycomb, a little lemon. The barrel note is very light in the background, but it is sticking around for a while. The smokiness on the bottom of my tongue. It's like the smokiness is like churning on the bottom of my tongue. Top feels just fine. Feels like a little smoker pit down there. And I'm happy with that. I feel like going to get some barbecue. Oh man, yeah, that is something really, really good. Now Mike's picking out a rye. Ben, do you have the next thing up for you?
I do. So Oscar had recommended a bottle of Funky Highland. We call it the Funky Single Malt because it's an Alexander Murray, so it's independent bottling. It's a 12-year-old Highland Single Malt cast strength. But even if you look it up, they will not tell you who the distiller is on this one. So we've sat here and tried to taste it and work through and figure it out. But it's really funky and really interesting. So I've got that poured. I'll dive into that here in just a second.
Before we go a little bit further, I want to mention something coming up this Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah, this Saturday.
It is this Saturday.
It is this Saturday. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. This Saturday, 1:00 Central, we're going to be doing a live tasting of J. Henry's 21st anniversary edition and the La Flamme, which was finished in Armagnac barrels. And it's not just us that day. We're going to be having a roundtable discussion / review with the Ewalds are stopping in. I was going to say John Krantz is stopping in. He has some samples of this. Mitch won some samples. So we're going to be having some guests from the audience come in, and we're all going to be talking about the whiskeys and what's going on there. Just to be getting some other people's viewpoints on it. And they are a pretty prominent distillery in Wisconsin. So I was going to say I'm looking to get some other people's viewpoints because I know one of them was my finished whiskeys of the year. So I want to see how everyone else is feeling. I think it did. It edged out to Garyana. So special Saturday edition.
All right. So diving into this single malt, it's a big fruit bomb. And when I mean fruit, I'm talking this is cooked apples with a little ginger, a little honey. There's also like it's weird to describe, almost like a cotton linen kind of note going on to it. That's funky and weird. which that puts me. I mean, it's that particular note makes me want to almost say Deanston as far as a distillery, but I don't know. Because that's a particular note I found in a lot of Deanston scotches. But it's big apple notes right up front, huge cooked apple.
Fruitiness too, but it's weird. You got a grape.
Man.
Oh, Neil's mentioning Twizzlers on the Solomon Scott. I'm intrigued. It's just standard Twizzlers. It's not one of those weird flavors. They have off-brand Twizzlers or off flavors.
A lot of that carries through on the palate too. Man, I would almost Deanston would be a good guess, but dadgummit, I would almost say it's a non-sherried Highland Park. I could go in that territory.
Wow. See, I'd rather have a Deanston's, but I have an aversion to Highland Park. Or at least part of the lineup. Some of it I do like, but there is a part of it that I have an issue with. Or at least I can pick out the notes quite clearly.
Right. But it's really good. It's really, really good.
Okay, Tony Danza doing homework over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to write stuff down as I go through because and this is not the standard Solomon Scott. This is a single barrel pick of Solomon Scott. So it'll be something a little different. But yeah, no, I do get that similar, not exactly the Twizzlers, but I was, as soon as he said that, I was like, I get it more like the freshly opened package of it, that coming off of there. But there's a waxy candiness to it on the nose and on the palate. But it was a little strawberry, a little root beer, and then getting the rye spice on there. But then on the palate, I was getting cocoa and honey butter on rye bread. Nothing bad.
Okay.
I haven't had it for a while. It was kind of nice to open that back up again. I need to spend more time with that.
Nice. Then you got one more. We could kind of tear through these, so
I don't. But if somebody wants to recommend one more, I'll do one more. I do actually have a job and have to go to work tomorrow, pretty early. So.
I was like, I want to finish. Wait, I better pour some of this. I better make the blend. We don't have to do another one. We can test our blends out. There, I blended it. Now I'm gonna have more flaming heart just because it's that.
Oh, you're doing a blend. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Might as well.
I went 2 over Hartfield Weeded. I already know what I think about this.
That's a gorgeous whiskey.
I have feelings about this whiskey.
Yeah. Intense feelings of 24 packs of Coors Light.
Oh my god.
That's right.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna set that down, and I'll wait for Mike's real review before I go to my blend. Oh, I'm already impressed by the nose of how well the Flaming Heart is working with the wheat on the nose from Stumpy's.
Flaming wheat.
Hey, that might be a special release. Only 4 bottles.
Right.
Or 2 50-50 blends.
That'd be a mid-show act on the Muppet Show. Flaming wheat.
Dude, he's like an intermission thing to go through.
I don't know how much the Hartfield has changed. I mean, enough time has passed that, and it was never an old product. So I don't know how much has changed from, when it got these. But God, I hope it hasn't. Oh, this is so good.
Yeah.
Talking about my O face. That's all. I'm just cheering up.
I know. That's what I should have had instead of this dumb shit that I loaded up on there. I should have done the O face.
Oh,
Oh.
That's yeah. I see that all the time. Oh.
You've seen that a lot over the last couple of years.
God.
Come on, you gotta hurry up. I want to get to mine. I'm excited about my blend. I want to drink that so
All right.
much.
I think if anything, what's interesting is the Stranahan's really stands out. Maybe it's because it's the cask strength, but the notes from the Stranahan, that peach cobbler kind of thing, really leaps out from the blend here. Then you get a little bit of that kind of cooked apple funk coming from that single malt. I'm having a hard time even finding the Icarus in this, which is interesting. I thought that would kind of take over a little bit, but oh,
That's a different old face.
You got to look at the camera when you do that, Ben. You can't look away.
Man. Oh,
Don't hide your O face.
Yeah, don't hide that.
that went weird kind of medicine, like cough medicine kind of route, like overly sweet, with that same kind of like funky. Oh God, that's not sitting well in the mouth. Like the finish is really bad. I don't like that at all.
I just like when people have that level of frustration. Oh, John's getting a little nose on the Rua port. First time there, I think.
No, so the Icarus comes through on the finish, but it does not play pretty with the other whiskeys that are in there. It's they're fighting, and it's not. Ugh. It's not good. Not good.
Wow.
Yeah, my blend, I got strawberries on the nose, like right off the bat. It's just like a big waft of strawberries.
Mine's incredibly bright, considering what's in here. Like, I'm getting more of the.
I mean, that's.
I feel like in the movie Elf when he takes the spray of perfume to the mouth. He's gonna,
Okay, my blend is really damn good. Holy
Nice.
shit. Like, it was just enough of the flaming heart to be like the undertones of a little bit of smoke, a little bit of, that like I said, a little bit of medicinal note, a little bit of honey. The wheat takes over most of this, and then that Chechen malt hides in the middle. This is a really, it's brighter than almost all three of them combined. There's almost a little light effervescent note to it. Oh man, this is maybe one of my favorite blends on the show. This is really damn good. I might have to set some aside. We'll try this again. That wheat one's going to get used a few times, I think.
Mine nose way better than the palate. Palate is flat cola and cocoa, and then it kind of lingers on, but it falls flat. And second sip, it hung around a little bit more, but not like I would expect it to. It's hanging on. You can feel the proof is what's hanging on. Is there a tongue hug? Only in prison. But anyway,
there's a few directions you go with that.
There it is. But that's what's lingering on there, and the flavor is just taking a big back seat to that. But it's not like if you have something high proof or it's really taken over your palate and you feel it in your gums and everything. It's not. Everything's right there on the tongue. It's not carrying the flavor that I thought it would.
Can you say there it is if you're the one who dropped whatever? Like you dropped it and you're like, oh yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, but Dad says I'm the best.
Oh,
Yeah, not my favorite blend overall, but
this one I would hand out to people all the time. Lightened it up, made it way
Hmm.
more, even more complex than what the Flaming Heart was, but not as rich though. But I think it was pretty sweet. Yeah, I did miss that funky rye. That's good. That's good. I can miss all the funky. Well, it's like if you consider different funky, then I don't know because I have like some different ryes, but there are standard profile is not my forte, if you will. But I don't know. We're at 55. We're almost at an hour. I think that's
we're
a good
getting
time.
there.
I think that's a good time to cut it so everyone can get on with the evenings and do other stuff. Stop. I don't know if the Hood Somali has a show tonight or not. I don't think so, but Whiskey Crusaders do after this. Our good friends at Bourbon Turntable, which Ben does happen to be one, and Kevin Rose. Kevin may also be there this weekend as well too. Like I said, it'll be a full round table.
Patrick's gonna keep him down in the queue until the very end of the show. Oh, sorry, Kevin, I didn't see you there.
That didn't happen on his birthday stream last night at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
But I understand that because once you get to 7, 8, or 9, and you're like, oh, fuck, who came in? I don't. Oh
Right.
shit. Put your hand up. That was my fault. I should put my hand up right away when you get in the queue. You get in the green room, you got to say hi.
I do want to, before we go, one thing to get people, friend of the show, good friend of the show, Matt Bay, Old Man Bay.
Oh yes, I was gonna.
Yeah.
Yes. We're gonna be posting about this too.
He has a new website. Go to this new website, oldmanbayllc.com. Coming up, he's in the running for a Maker magazine for getting basically winning $25,000 to outfit his shop, and they just bought another house. So he's hoping he can actually have a real shop with dust collection if he wins this thing. But sign up on there, and they'll tell you when you can vote. And whoever gets the most votes, he's going to get a spread in the magazine and 25 grand, which would be pretty freaking awesome.
Fantastic. Because I was going to bring that up, and we're going to make posts about that because this spread's a pretty big deal in the magazine itself, showing the credibility of what's going on. But like you said, the 25 grand to be able to retrofit the shop's a big deal. So
it's almost as big a deal as the Robert Licorice Burt Reynolds spread, but that's another story for another.
See, I was going Talladega Nights. I did that Playgirl spread my butt cheeks apart and everything. Called me Mike Honcho.
Good night, folks.
Peter with Jello, your house is on fire.
Yeah.
Emily says Mash and Drum is on tonight too. Well, it must be a special one they're doing with. Mash and Drum. Yeah. Sometimes I put them together with the Journey all together right away.
I guess
Mash and Journey, and then I get all confused. Sometimes.
President's Day brings out all the hoes on Monday.
Yes.
Well, you know how presidents love their hoes.
Right.
So. Special rooms and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, so yeah, I think that's good. I think we'll leave you folks with that. Reminder to stop in this Saturday because that is going to be a really big, fun roundtable. Or kind of, I think we can play off each other quite a bit, and it'll be some good tasting notes and banter with everyone. And then on Monday night, we're going to be having Balcones on. I was going to say, could be Jared, could be Alex. We're working that out yet. We're not afraid because we'll tailor it towards whoever's job it comes on the show because that's what we do. You want to learn more about the person and how they got there and then what they're doing at the distillery. We all know Balcones is fantastic, but, I think Mike and I surprised him when we were at Distill America a couple years ago. And we're like, so did you bring Froke? And he's like, how the fuck did you guys know about that?
Because we can't get it. That's why. Because I want Froke in my life.
Yeah,
Maltzilla is the closest I'm going to get.
I pulled the same thing. We had them here about a couple of months ago. They did a tasting for the Lexington Bourbon Society, And again, it just reconfirmed to me how good everything is they do. But when I asked them about Juntos, they immediately looked at me like, how the hell do you know about that? You're over here in Kentucky. What do you know about Juntos?
Yeah, I'll take
It's
that.
like, yeah, man. It's,
Mhm.
but seriously, so there were a couple people in the room, I think that they made quick converts of for balcones.
Wow.
If
They
want to,
have, you're bound to hit something that tickles your fancy. Man.
Exactly.
but if Balcones wanted to turn, if Texas whiskey wanted to turn people, especially in Kentucky, to
Right.
Texas whiskey, throw that weird shit up there.
Right.
That's what you have to do, because it's not, because if you just go, oh, bourbon, well, everyone's going to have their preconceived notions of bourbon versus bourbon versus bourbon. You throw some of
Right.
that weird stuff out there, you're gonna catch them.
Yep.
Mhm.
Mm.
All right.
All right.
Well, until then, remember, it's not the size of the den that matters, folks. It's the love of whiskey. So cheers, everyone out there.
Cheers.
Or just go pss, 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 Emily Chambers.
Do what now?
Just check the chat. You'll figure it out.